Hi there, I'm going to show you how I make my version of cranberry sauce for Christmas with a few extra tweaks that make it just that little bit special. So folks, this is not my usual type of video, so please nobody subscribe to my channel on the back of this video because you might get a little bit confused. Also to my usual viewers, the fishermen, bear with me and it might give you a tasty treat for Christmas. So the secret to my cranberry sauce is to make a mulled wine first, and then I'll reduce that down, and that will impart those Christmas flavours to the cranberry sauce whenever I make it. So let's see what we need to make the stock. First we need oranges, lemons, and a lime. Followed by cloves, cinnamon sticks, and mulled wine spices. All of this gets added to a large saucepan. Followed by a bottle of red wine and a bottle of port. Now we're going to leave that to stew for probably 3/4 of an hour or an hour until it's well reduced down, and then we'll strain off all of the solids in it and use the liquid as our stock solution to make the cranberry sauce. Be careful, especially on gas hobs, as the vapours may catch fire. When all the alcohol has been boiled off, you can place the cap on the pot more safely. Halfway through, take a masher and mash down the oranges and lemons, and that'll release the pulp from the flesh. Pop the cap back on and leave it to stew for another 15 minutes. So now it's time to mash it one more time and then strain it out. So we're going to transfer this into a large metal bowl. Place a sieve into our pan and pour the mixture. Then I'm going to take the cinnamon sticks out of it and save them, because I'm going to put a little bit of each one into each pot of cranberry sauce. Squeeze the juice out. So now we have our reduced mulled wine stock, and we're going to put the cranberries into that. once our mix is stewed down, it's time to add the sugar. Generally, if you're making jam with sweet fruit, the ratio of sugar to fruit is 2 pounds of fruit to 1 pound of sugar. When you're using a more bitter fruit, then you can go 3 to 2, or sometimes even 1 to 1. So I've used here approximately 3 kilos of cranberry, so I'm going to add 2 kilos of sugar, and then I'll taste it once it's stewed down a bit to see do I need to add more. So we'll add the sugar. So once it's stirred in, we need to allow it to come to a boil, and then to boil for about 4 to 5 minutes solid. So as we can see, it's now boiling fairly vigorously, and we want to boil it like this for approximately 4 to 5 minutes, and that will make sure that all the sugar that you've got in, any of the crystallized sugar, goes fully into solution in it, and it will also bind those pectins. At this point you can also stick a spoon into it and allow it to cool down on your spoon, and then you can see whether your jam is going to hold when it sets on the back of the spoon. Now, I actually had to end up adding almost equal volumes of, or weights of sugar to fruit here to get it up as sweet as I wanted, but you just have to play with it. So as I said, you can add up to equal volumes, but generally for a bitter fruit like this, the ratio would be 3 pounds of fruit to 2 pounds of sugar. So the cranberry sauce is just about finished now. It's at the point where it just almost wants to boil over. So to finish it, I'm going to put a bottle of brandy into it and stir that into it, and then it'll be ready for potting up. Stir that in and take it off the heat. In hindsight, wearing a white top probably wasn't the best idea. So now I'm going to transfer the cranberry sauce into these pots, and I'm going to use like a pouring jug for that. So I like to pour it in while it's still very hot, and then I just pop in a little bit of the cinnamon stick from our cooking, and that'll just help to add more cinnamon flavour to it. So once I have filled my jars, if you put the lid on them straight away, they'll sweat in it. So what I tend to do is to leave them on a tray like this, and then I will cover them with a clean dish towel, and that allows them to basically sweat off without dripping back into themselves. And then tomorrow morning, when they've cooled down, I'll put on the lids and distribute them to the people that wanted them. So hopefully you like the video. Hopefully it gives you some inspiration to produce your own cranberry sauce. It doesn't have to be as fancy as that. You can leave some stuff out. You don't like the cinnamon, you don't like the cloves, you can leave them out. However, I think it gives it that really Christmassy feel to it. So thanks for watching.